Okay, Panthers, this is the continuation from whole group 2. We just have a few more slides here. This is from adding fractions, which comes from September 8th. Okay, so let's take a look. This is where we left off. Let's go to the next one. And we'll draw, start with red here. So again, we just need to make sure we're in the same family, right? Our fractions are in the same family. So we'll call this family apple an apple because they have common denominators. We can actually combine them. So we can say, well, 3/10 and 7/10. We'll hold off on this 3 for a moment. So we'll bring this 3 back into the game here in just a moment. Let's just start with 3/10 and 7/10. 3/10 plus 7/10 equals 10/10. And we know when we have the numerator same as the denominator, that's equivalent to a 1. So that's equals 1. So now let's bring the 3 back in. Hey, 3, come here. Now we could combine you, and the answer is 4. You try this one. Ooh, let's do it together. It says let's do it together. But what are we dealing with? Let's just hold off on this 3 for a moment. Let's pretend like this 3 is not here just for a little bit. Okay, and let's look. This time let's call this guy an apple. And we have to call this guy or girl or other people an orange because they don't have common denominators, but we have to make them common. I think it's going to be easier to turn this apple into an orange. So we want to turn 4/5 into tenths, right? We want to turn this into some kind of orange. So what would the numerator be in this case? Well, what do you multiply 5 by to get 10? 2, and since we multiply by 2 on the bottom, we have to do the same on top. That's like a 1. 4 times 2 is 8. So now we can say, oh, instead of 4/5, we can just do this. I'm just going to move this thing out of the way because it's the same thing. It's equivalent. Oops, the 4/5 didn't move though. I guess I'll just redraw it. Let's just go back here and we're going to rewrite 4/5 as 8/10. That came from right here, right? We turned it into an orange, abracadabra. Now we can add this orange, the 3/10 orange, and we get 8 plus 3, 8, 9, 10, 11. And then the 10s stay the same because that's what we're putting together. So it stays orange, right? Okay, but 11/10 can turn into 1 1/10. I did that on my head because I've been doing this for a while. But if you wanted to draw it out, you would just say 11 divided by, and that comes from this sign right here, and then 10. How many times does 10 go into 11? 1 time. So that's our division. We're going to divide, multiply, subtract. Divide, multiply, subtract. We just divided. Now we multiply. 10 times 1 is 10. Products go below. Factors are on top of the house. Products are in the basement, right? Or a shelter or whatever. Now let's subtract. So we divided, we multiplied, now we subtract is 1. And whenever you put the remainder into a fraction, the remainder goes on top and the divisor goes on the bottom 10th. You try this one. All right, how'd you do? Let's see. I'm going to call this apple. Orange. Pretend like 3's not there for a moment. Oh, did I forget something on this previous problem? Oh, Mr. Hoffman, you messed up. You messed up. You messed up. You got to go back and fix your mistake. Maybe I shouldn't cross that off when I'm pretending it's not there, because then you might forget to put it back into here, because now you have to add 3 to this. So it's really 3 plus 1 1/10, and that equals 4 1/10. Okay, now we can move on. So much for the time machine. In this case, I'm not going to cross it off. I'm just going to circle it and put like something around it so I remember, like a halo. All right, let's see. 1/6, let's turn it into an orange. 1/6 equals how many 12ths? Okay, I'll multiply something by 6 to get 12. Whatever I do there on the bottom, got to do the same thing on the top. And that's special. It's a special one. 2. 2. 1 times 2 is 2. 2/12. So now I can rewrite this as 2 12ths plus, I'm going to put that 3 in there just because I don't want to forget it this time. 7 12ths. So now we have an orange and an orange. Now let's add it up. 2 12ths. So let's do the 3. I don't want to forget the 3, right? And now let's put our 2 12ths and 7 12ths together. 7, 8, 9 12ths. So, but you may have a simplified this 9 12ths. So it could be 3, see, 9 12ths. What is the greatest common factor? Is that what I'm looking for? Yeah, and divide by, so we're dividing by 1 to simplify this down. And we're gonna, what's the greatest common factor of 9 and 12? That's gonna be 3. Divided by 3 over 3. 12 divided by 3 is 4. 9 divided by 3 is 3. 3/4. 3 3/4 is the answer. Because we just took that 9 12ths and turned it into 3/4, which is still the same. Equivalent to 9 12ths, we're just saying it in a more simple way. Look, oh, I love this. It's already 12ths. They're already apples and apples. All right, so let's, I guess I like apples more than oranges. Actually, I think I like oranges more. But if you eat too many oranges, it's like tears up your mouth a little bit because of the acidity. So you gotta like, so every once in a while switch over to an apple. Okay, so let's see here. I'm just gonna right away add 4 and 2, right? So 4 and 2 is 6. Now I'm gonna go ahead and add my 3 12ths and 2 12ths, which is 6 12ths. And I know without really even thinking that this is really 6 1/2. Because whenever this top number is half of the bottom number, it's 1/2. Try me. 4/8, 1/2. 50 100ths, 1/2. You guys probably already know this, right? 100 200ths, 1/2. I also like to do this whenever I see zeros. Cancel them out. Bye. Look what you're left with. 1/2. Okay. Apple, orange, and pick another color, green. Whole numbers can just come together right away. Everybody get together, try to love one another right now. Okay, so let's see. I'm still working with my apple and my orange, so I'm gonna turn them both into apples. Well, this one's already an apple, so I'm gonna say 7. Let's go black. 7 12ths plus this 3/4, but we have to turn it into 12ths. So 3/4 equals how many 12ths? 3/4 equals some number of 12ths. 4 times something equals 12. And whatever we multiply the bottom by, we got to do the same to the top. Why? Because it's a 1. That's why. Because it's a 1 if they ask you why. Why do you do that? Because it's a 1. 4 times 3 equals 12. 3 times 3 equals 9. 9 12ths. So now we can add this 9 12ths. And what do you get? Another day older and deeper in debt. That's kind of a negative song, so I'm going to try to get away from that. So our 6 is still there. Let's keep the 6 there, right? 6. 6. We're not going anywhere, 6. And then now let's put our 7 12ths and our 9 12ths together. 14, 16 12ths, which is improper. So we're going to have to take a 1 out of this and put it with the 6. All right? So 16 12ths is actually 16 divided by 12. 12 goes into 16 one time. See, divide, multiply, subtract. So we just divided. How many times is 12 going to 16? That's division, one time. Now multiply. 12 times 1 is 12. Now subtract. See, subtract. We just divided, multiply, subtract. 4. And that's, remember, put the remainder on the top. Put the divisor on the bottom. Remainder on the top, divisor on the bottom. Uh-oh. Not responding. It will in a moment. It says, Mr. Hoffman, can you slow down just a little bit? I'll be like, okay, I'll slow down just a little bit. It's still making the hourglass go down. I wonder, oh, there we go. We're back in normal speed. Okay, and then so the 12th goes here, so we have 1 and 4/12. So we could say, oh, let's put that 1 here because it's a whole number, right? With this 6 whole number, and 6 plus 1 is 7, but we still have our 4/12 from here, 7 and 4/12. And they say simplify. That's why this stuff takes so long, because you're really doing like 4 kinds of skills sometimes with one problem. It's insane in the membrane. So let's see here. Let's simplify. Okay, the 7's not simple. 7's staying 7, okay? 7's heaven. It's like, I'm 7 heaven. Hey, you get off of my cloud. Don't hang around, because 8's a crowd. Get off of my cloud. Okay, so we're not going to go to 8, though. We're going to go to 7 and 4/12. What is 4/12 simplified to? So I'm gonna go right somewhere to write this where I have some space. How about down here? 4/12 divided by 1, but it's a special one. What kind of special one do we need here? Some kind of fraction, and that's going to break it down. So what is the greatest common factor? It's 4. Divided by 4/4. 4 divided by 4 is 1. 12 divided by 4 is 3. So that's 1/3. 4/12 is the same thing as 4/12 is the same thing as 1/3, even though they have different denominators. They're equivalent. So there we go. I'm just going to do 7 and 1/3. Ta-da! Next. You try it. Check it out. And come right back and we'll see how you did. What, you're back already? Did you really try it? Did you? You probably did. I know. I'm just messing with you. Apples and oranges are so delicious and nutritious, and an apple a day keeps the doctor away, and an orange, they say. I can't think of anything. Maybe you can find something. Whole numbers come together right now. 7. Okay, let's get this. Apple and orange. You know what? We need to make limes because the common denominator, I can't turn 6 into an 8, and I can't turn 8 into a 6. So we need to find limes. So I'm just going to write a whole new thing right over here for these fractions. 5/8 plus 1/6, because we already did our whole numbers. So we have an apple, we have an orange. Now I know I'm going to turn it into limes, so it has to be new fractions that have the same denominator, which is not an 8 or a 6, right? So we're making a new fruit. What is that new denominator going to be? Well, I think we're looking for the greatest common factor or least common multiple. I think it's going to be the least common multiple this time. Least common multiple, 8 and 6. 8, 6, 8, 8. Oh, put your 8, 16, and your 24, and your 32, and your 40 all about. Let's try 6. 6, 12, 18, 24, and 30, 36. I think I already found it though. What's our common denominator going to be? What's our lime number? Our lime number, the lowest common multiple is 24, isn't it? Is there anything less than that that's the same? Nope. There's our magic number to make limes, 24 and 24. So when you have the 5/8, so I'm going to rewrite it right over here. 5/8 equals, remember that's our apple. How do we turn it into a lime? We need to make a number that has a denominator of 24. We're going to divide, no, we're going to multiply. Multiply 8 by something to get 24. Multiply 5 by something, and that's going to be our answer. Whatever that something is, whatever you do, whatever it is on the bottom is going to be the same on the top. 8 times 1, 2, 3, 4. So multiply by 4 on the bottom and multiply by 4 on the top. 5 times 4 is 20. There's our first lime, 20 24ths. Now what's our second lime going to be? Now we have to turn this orange here, 1/6, into a lime. Orange, lime. What do you multiply by 6 to get to 24? 2, 3, 4. 4. Really? Did I do that right? I did something wrong. Oh, I sure did. Look at the mistake Mr. Hoffman made right here. Did you guys catch that? Let's fix this. Come on now. Erase. That's what they make erasers for, right? That's why God made erasers. Okay, 8 times, or the universe made erasers if you're not a God person. Okay, we could just put it that way, all right? Okay, so 8 times something is 24. It's 8 times 3, see? 1, 2, 3. I'm looking up here at the lowest common multiple. So we put a 3 down here and a 3 up here. And then so instead of 20, this is actually going to be 5 times 15. But now it's the right lime. I just had the wrong lime, that's all. You got to pick the right limes. And you go to the grocery store, you got to check them, you know, make sure they're not rotten, make sure they're ripe enough to kind of be just right, Goldilocks. So I think we got just the right lime this time. Okay, now this one over here, 1/6. What kind of lime does the orange 1/6 make? 6 times what equals 24? 6, 6, 12, 12, 12, 12. That's 4. Now, see, that's where the 4 is. Caught myself making a mistake. Do you ever catch yourself making a mistake and go back and fix it? It's all right. It happens. That's life, you know? That's how we grow. 1 times 4 is 4. 4/24. So here, I'm going to put this 4/24 right here because 1/6 is the same thing as 4/24. Oh, this is quite something. Now I could finally put lines and lines together. 24. Oh, look what happens here. 24/24 is a very special kind of lime, right? It's a 1 lime. You put the lime in the coconut and then you go, whoop, put the lime in the coconut and say, doctor. You probably don't know this song. Probably nobody in your house knows this song, but maybe ask them. Go around and sing it, drive everybody crazy. You put the lime in the coconut and that you go something. Lime in the coconut. And you say, doctor, doctor. Okay, so now we have 1. It's a whole number. Isn't that amazing? Because we have 7 here. 7 plus 1 equals 8. Who knew? I hope I did that right. If I did it wrong, write to me and I'll give you a bonus point. Maybe. We'll see. Oh, what do you do here? I'm not going to do all this problem, guys. This is just, you guys are getting the idea here. You have apples, you have an orange. You got to turn this orange into an apple. You know, you guys got that already. And then you can put it all together. 2/4 equals, well, and apples this time are 12ths, right? So we need something with a 12 on the bottom. We'll see what that puts on the top. 4 times something equals 12. 2 times that same number equals whatever it is on top. Put it all together. You guys got that. Same thing here. Just turn this into 15ths. 2/3 equals how many 15ths? What do you multiply 3 by to get 15? Do the same thing up here, and then you'll get this new fruit. New fruit! Fruit Loops. Same thing here. Turn this into, uh-oh, wait a minute. You can't turn this into a 9. So you're going to have to, basically you're looking at an apple, apple, orange. You need to turn this into a lime, lime, lime. So the trick here is to find out what kind of limes are we talking about. By that I mean what kind of denominator do you need for these. So what you do is you go ahead and find that least common multiple of 9 and 6. And whatever that is, that's going to be your new denominator. And then you know what to do. Change them all to limes. Ta-da! Oh my gosh, this is 9/11? The week of 9/11. Okay, peace out, everybody. Oh, you want to be able to see this, right? Everybody's confused. We don't know what to do. Don't know what to. Oh no, oh no.